Hello friends, welcome to IAS Gateway. Now we are going to have a overview on civil services examination. In India, civil services examination is considered as one of the prestigious service. For the reason, at when we are entering into the entry level in a government service, this is the highest paid as well as the most respected job. This is the highest entry level job. That is the importance of this particular service. And when all other works are called, when it is called as a job or an employment, this is called as service for the reason it gives lot of opportunity wherever we work, whether it is in administration or policing or tax collection, wherever we are, we either directly or indirectly serve to the people. So this is called as a civil services examination. We are going to have a overview on civil service examination now. Generally, the UPSC examination has 3 stages. One is, the first level is called preliminary examination. In short, it is called as prelims. And the second, the mains examination, mains exam. And the third level is called interview or personality test. Personality test. Okay. So, if anybody wishes to become a civil servant, they have to undergo this examination and 3 processes. Then only they will be declared as a cleared civil services. We'll see one by one. When we take into the preliminary examination, generally it is the exam to filter the non-serious candidates. Though this examination, the preliminary level, doesn't has any importance with respect to deciding the merit or service or cadre of a civil servant, this is this stage is, got it? Though it is not deciding the service or the cadre of a civil servant, this preliminary examination is very useful. This preliminary examination is useful only as a filtering tool to take away the non-serious aspirants. எதுலன்னு சொல்ல? Preliminary examination. Okay. This preliminary examination is used as a filtering tool to avoid the non-serious candidates. Okay, let me explain how. In the preliminary examination, there are 2 papers. One is called as general studies, and the other paper is called CSAT. Okay, in the mains examination, there are 9 papers. I will explain about all the 9 papers. If more candidates are taking this mains examination, each candidate has to write 9 examination, the volume of paper. For example, in 2018, the number of students applied for the UPSC examination is 12 lakh. If we allow all the students to take up the mains examination, it is very difficult to complete the examination process itself. So, to avoid the non-serious candidate, there is a process called preliminary examination. This marks are a ranking, nothing is taken into the deciding the merits of a civil servant. Now let us go to the preliminary examination. Preliminary, though it is not involved in this marks are not considered for the merit, this examination is one of the very most important step in the entire examination process. If you ask why, every year the number of candidates appearing in the civil service examination is increasing. For example, when I started my preparation in 2012-13, the number of students applied are around 4-5 lakhs, and the number of students appeared in the preliminary examination was some 3 lakhs, 2-3 lakhs. But today, in the 2018, the number of applications was 12 lakh, and the number of students appearing in the examination is around 4 to 5 lakhs. So, the number of people applying as well as appearing is increasing, whereas the number of seats has been reduced over the past 4 years. For example, in the year 2014, we had the maximum number of seats, which is almost 1200, whereas in the 2018, the number of vacancies were only 750. When the number of candidates applying is increasing, number of the vacancies are decreasing. Hence, the ratio of elimination, for example, in this stage, the number of people every 100 people, one people may get clear the examination. So since the elimination is more, this is a most difficult stage in the examination. Okay, now I want to explain about there are two papers. One is the GS and the other is a CSAT. This GS is general studies. In the GS, generally the GS is considered, this examination will be in the morning and the CSAT will be in the afternoon. This GS will have 100 questions. This will have 100, both the papers are multiple choice questions. This has 100 questions and each carries 2 marks. So the examination is for 200 marks. Examination is for 200 marks. Whereas the CSAT, it has 80 questions. Each question carries 2.5 mark and the overall mark is 200. So out of 400, the preliminary examination is for 400. But here one very important information is there. The marks of the CSAT has been not taken in choosing whether the candidate is passed the prelims or not. It was taken some 2 years before. Now this CSAT is made as the qualifying paper, which means we need every candidate has to get minimum of 1/3 marks in the entire examination. திரும்ப சொல்லவா? ஓகே, முன்னாடி சிசெட் சொன்ன இங்கேருந்தே சொல்லவா இல்லை இப்போ மட்டும்? இப்போ மட்டும் இல்லையா? இந்த நான் என்ன சொன்னேன் இப்போ சிசெட்டில் அதே மறந்துட்டேன். Okay. In the CSAT, we need to candidate has to get minimum of 33% to clear the preliminary examination. Not the preliminary examination. Minimum the candidate has to score 33% of the mark. Then only his GS paper will be corrected. If the candidate is not getting 33% of the marks, immediately he is out of the race. Whoever cleared or who have scored 33% above their GS paper will be corrected. Out of whoever is cleared 33 plus, whoever has got 33 plus percentage, their GS will be taken and they will be ranked. Okay, out of the remaining 200, only because the merit only we are taking the 200 marks, out of this 200 marks the merit will be decided. Generally, if one like to clear the preliminary examination, they need to get minimum of 33% or 33 plus in the CSAT, and if we want to clear the preliminary examination in the GS paper, we need to get approximately 55%. If anybody is getting 55 plus, this 55% changes every year. Generally in the last few years, last 2-3 years, the cutoff is around 110 out of 200. So we can keep it as a 55%. If anybody is crossing 55%, generally we can take it, we can believe that they will be clearing. But again, this mark will be decided based on the number of vacancies, and this percentage can change every year. Okay, so now I will tell you the formula how the candidates are clearing the prelims. For example, let us take 2018 vacancies. There are 750 vacancies in the 2018. This 750 will be taken into 10, which means it will come out to 7,500. Okay, so the candidates CSAT will be corrected. They will be getting 1/3, whoever is getting 33% plus their GS paper will be corrected, they will be ranked. The top 7,500 students, out of the students appeared, it is whether 2 lakh or 3 lakh or 4 lakh, 5 lakh, the top 7,500 people will be called to write the mains examination. This is the ratio. Usually whatever the number of vacancies into 10 will be taken for and here also the reservation rule applies, which means the 50% will be of general category and 27 is for OBC, 15 is for SC and 7% is for ST. The same rules apply. Based on that, even the cutoff will be decided. This is about the preliminary examination. All these 7,500 students will be allowed to write the mains examination. Now we'll have a detailed overview on mains examination. UPSC mains examination. In the mains examination, we have 9 papers. The 9 papers, we have 2 language paper. First, generally, we need to choose one language which is a mother tongue, generally mother tongue, or any Indian languages which is given on the 8th schedule. Okay, whether you can take Hindi, Malayalam, Tamil, any of Indian languages. So we are taking the language number 1. Language 1. Okay, second paper is language 2. This is English. This is compulsory. This paper is compulsory for all the people who are writing the examination. Whereas this English language paper is, it is not for the candidates who are from Northeastern region. Okay, they no need to take this language paper, English language paper. Whereas this language paper is, they can choose the whatever the language which is there in the 8th schedule. And we have a third paper. Third paper is essay. And we have 4 GS papers, that is general studies 1, 2, 3 and 4. There are 4 general studies paper, and 5th part is optional. With respect to optionals, we have 2 papers, optional 1 and optional 2. I want to clarify one thing here. Generally, if optional paper 1 and 2 means both are from a single subject. For example, if you are acting for geography, this is geography 1 and geography 2. Public administration 1 and 2. Some people, because earlier we had 2 optional system. Okay, we should not get confused that there are 2 different subjects. This is not 2 different subjects. We are choosing only one subject which has 2 papers. Okay, totally 2 language papers, 1 essay paper 3, 4 GS paper 7 and 2 optional papers. Totally 9 paper for the mains examination. Now here also we need one more thing which we need to keep it in the mind. These 2 language papers, the marks of the language papers are not considered in deciding the merits. Okay, these 2 are just qualifying paper. We need to get some 30 to 35% of the marks to clear the language paper. Other than that, essay paper has 250 marks. Out of this 250, we need to write 2 essays for each 120, each 125 marks. We have 4 GS paper. These 4 GS papers, each paper consists of 250 marks. So 4 into 250 will be 1000 marks. 1000 marks. Here, the paper composition is little bit different for each and every paper. For example, generally, paper 1, 2, 3, initially they used to ask 25 questions 10 marks, then they gave 20 questions which are 12.5. Nowadays in 2018 the question was 10 questions of 10 marks and 10 questions of 15 marks. So this even can change over the years. Okay, the ethics, they used to give a mix of case study as well as descriptive questions. So it consists of totally 1000 marks. And next we have optional. In the optional we have paper 1 and 2. Each paper carries 250 marks. So 2 into 250, 500. Okay, so totally the mains examination is for 1750 marks. 1750 marks. Okay, now already we saw there are 750 vacancies as an example in the preliminary examination. Now generally people, it is a global concept. Generally the ratio of people called for an interview will be 2.5 to 3. Okay, so threefold of the number of existing vacancies. For example, if there are 750 vacancies, we need to put 2.5. So the vacancies will be around 2000. The people who will be called for the interview will be of 2000, approximately around 2000. So 2000 will be, out of this 7500 who went for the mains, 2000 people will be called for the interview, which is based on the number of existing vacancies. Okay, so out of this 2000 people who are called for an interview, UPSC interview is for UPSC interview, which is called personality test, is for 275 marks. It is for 275 marks. If we add 275 along with 1750, the number of the total marks is 2025. So the total marks for the entire civil service examination is about 2025. Generally, this out of this 2025 marks, if we get some 55 percentage or above 55 percentage, we will be getting a service. The possibility of landing into IAS is also very high if you are getting more than 55. And again, this trend can be vary from years to year. There are some years below 50% also become an all India toppers. There is a year around 2012 or 13, the person who got 48% is an all India topper. There are some years now it went up to 55%, the all India toppers. It can vary based on the years, but generally if you are around 55, we will be getting into the service. So this is the overall overview about the examination. I want to give only one small information and I will conclude. Before concluding, generally the UPSC examination notification will be in Feb or March, and the examination will be in the month of June, first week of June. And then the mains examination will be in the October, first week of October or the end of September. The results will be published in the December, in the month of December. And they will be called for an interview in the end of January or first week of February. Again, the results will be in the month of April end or May first week. Again, the prelims will be in the June. This is a complete 1 year cycle for an examination preparation. Okay, so we need to keep the examination cycle in the mind, and then we need to have this system in the mind so that we can able to clear the examination successfully. Thank you.